This is Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. We are the #1 business show on the planet with over 1 million downloads a month. Taking the BS out of business for over 6 years and over 400 episodes. You ready to start snapping necks and cashing checks? Well, it starts right about now.
Right about now.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Right About Now. It's our weekly marketing and business news of the week here on May 10th, 2024. Joined by my good friend, Chris Hansen down in Miami. What's up, Chris?
What's up, man? How are you today?
Hey, I'm good, man. Got a busy record day in and out of the studio, so it's good, though. Feeling pretty good. We got a no hat day again.
I was thinking the same thing. We both got the gel in today.
Yeah.
It is very rare.
No, oh, you have gel in? Mine just naturally does this.
Oh, yeah, dude. You're lucky. I don't wake up naturally styled.
I have that permagel.
Yeah, you're blessed, bro.
I wouldn't mind, they come out with everything else that gets automated now. If they could just do your hair never messes up. You just wake up and roll out. And my kids need that. I'm
surprised there's not a surgical technique for that yet.
It is funny. I don't know what it is about children. Like, I wake up and my head, your hair is not perfect. I don't have that much hair anyway. Yeah. But my kids don't have much hair either. But for some reason, I don't know what it is about the way kids sleep. Their hair is like going 7 different directions, right. And I'm like, what the? What'd you get?
You're like, what happened in there last night?
Exactly.
Are you okay?
Nash, who's 8, he sleeps practically like upside down. He flips and flops all night. I'm like, geez, what are you dreaming about? Like dinosaurs?
Dude.
Riding them, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I digress on the hair. This didn't even make our show notes, but as being a Dave & Buster's aficionado, I got a kick out of this. They're about to launch literally where you can bet on the video games that you're playing, like with friends. So you can place wagers
awesome
on, the team games, or if you're playing someone else, like put a little $5 side bet on this thing if who's going to win.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
they're smart.
I know. But so they're getting into the betting world, and I think there's already been some pushback that it might not be legal. I don't know. I saw some waves, but I just can't imagine now you're sitting there. I mean, all right, you're like, all right, honey, I got $10. I'm going to kick your ass right here. In this Connect 4 basketball game. That's our jam.
You get a little scrappy in there.
Yeah, I know. Be like putting it down. And it's real money, I'm going to wager you 100 coins of my treasure here. I can see it getting competitive, Yeah. You got drinks happening. You got games happening. And suddenly there's real money on the line on top of what you paid to play the game. You're going to be seeing
that's where my
brawls.
head's at. I could see some brawls breaking out, like grown men, dude, for real. Like I could see that.
I could see there being,
the basketball.
The troll that walks around that he's so good at all the games. And he's like challenging people going, hey man, do you want to get in on this air hockey?
They're like, yo, Bill's in here hustling the kids again. We got to kick him out.
Yeah, exactly. And so we'll see where that goes. But I thought that was funny. Next, Budweiser is turning songs mentioning the brand into targeted ads on Spotify. That's from our friends at Marketing Dive. Budweiser has launched a new effort dubbed uninterrupted ads, I guess, to take songs that mention the Anheuser-Busch InBev brand and turn them into targeted ads on Spotify. According to details being shared, the effort is based in Brazil, was strategized with Africa Creative Agency. Okay. Uninterrupted ads was inspired by the discovery that Budweiser's name is present in over 500 different songs on Spotify. It's also based on the idea for users who don't subscribe to the premium ad-free version of Spotify. The platform's listening experience is often interrupted by ads. So songs by My Love and other artists were strategically programmed to be advertised in playlists that correspond to their genre in turn spreading name recognition for the brand without stopping the music. It's interesting. You know,
I like it.
Especially those viral brands that get mentioned all the time. You know, Louis Vuitton, who knows what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Build it into the ads. I like it. It's gonna be fun. I kind of have to hear it though. I'm trying to think of like, I don't
How
know.
it would transition if it's smooth or kind of.
Yeah. And with, you know, Budweiser, you know, until they had their little woke incident, was in like, how many country music ads?
Right.
Yeah. Or songs, I should say. You know, drinking my Bud Light.
I tend to assume most of those 500 songs are country songs. I don't know if that's stereotyping.
What,
but
beer drinking?
yeah, I don't hear a lot of hip hop and EDM talking about Budweiser. You know?
Yeah. Nah, probably not.
Maybe Bud Light.
Maybe they should be. They wouldn't be so jaded. You know, those emo folks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't see it in like dance music, you know, which is usually just beats anyway, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking of Old Town Road or something. It's got to be Budweiser in that somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Little Nas. Anyway, I think it's smart if it sounds good, if it does, you know, it brings up the broader point that we've talked about a lot, that ads typically are interrupting your content experience. It's always that way on television, that radio, you're listening to your favorite song, you kind of have to tolerate the ads. And even as a marketer, I understand that. That's why you have to be entertaining or educating these days. But if you can keep the music going, it makes sense. And, you know, let's be honest, Budweiser needs to, all the help they can get. The numbers still are not wonderful. You know, and they need to get in those mocktails.
Yeah. Their niche market is not very forgiving.
Yeah. Ironically, they're in the mocktail category, but not for the right reason. They're getting mocked all right. Anyway, I digress.
Have a long memory.
Yeah. Liquid IV refreshes brand to stand out in the evolving hydration market. There's something now, you know, I watched Waterboy with my boys the other night, like for the first time now. So I mean, like when I see this hydration thing, I always think of the Waterboy. I don't know why. Probably because I just watched it.
Yeah.
And anyway, Marketing Dive, our good friends, they get all the marketing news. Liquid IV is jumping on the brand refresh bandwagon with its first such effort since its founding in 2012. 12 years in. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. It seemed like I remember going, have you ever tried this Liquid IV stuff? It's really new. I feel like that was like yesterday. Where's the time go by?
2018 is when I got on the bandwagon.
Yeah. Look, I'm getting sidetracked here. We'll get back to the brand refresh. I'm a packet drink kind of guy though. You know, I get the water.
I know you are, bro.
I'm pouring those packets in, you know.
I am too now.
Yeah.
I've jumped on the bandwagon.
It's convenient, you know. And I mean, and I like water. I'm fine with like, I try to get in like just nothing added, you know, as much as possible. But like when I eat, you know, you kind of want a flavored drink or something. And I'm trying to drink less soda. I don't drink that much soda. Got to get enough of my bad stuff with the energy drinks. I'm just talking about like the flavor packets, you know?
Yep.
And Liquid IV, you a fan?
I was a huge fan of it. And the more I've learned about ingredients, I've moved a little away from them.
Yeah.
And I forget what ingredient it was. It was some TikTok, you know, talking about it. There was healthier options. I still will drink it. They have a great taste. They got me in the electrolyte thing.
Yeah.
And like you
don't like cocaine?
I'm not a big fan of just water. Exactly like cocaine.
Is that what they put in here? No wonder I like it so much.
Maybe. But I mean, I'll drink 3 of those a day, really. Because I'm even now programmed like thinking our water isn't having enough vitamins and minerals, that I should be drinking more electrolytes. Yes.
And I agree. But I'll say this. As many of those types of drinks that I've had, I like the flavor. But whether they've got electrolytes or otherwise, I need like a monitor to believe that it's actually improving something, because I don't feel any different. Like, I don't have like, whoa, suddenly feel electrolyte driven and refreshed. Right. And, maybe because I'm not truly dehydrated, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I can tell, but I know that I never drank enough water in general. So I think for me, it's like a nice little hack.
The branding for Liquid IV is intended to center the customer experience in packaging and merchandising with a bold, modern look as the company continues to build momentum. Launching this brand refresh marks a watershed moment in the evolution and kicks off the next chapter of growth and innovation, said CEO Mike Keach. The new look and feel reflects our passion to help everyone live healthier, more fulfilling lives. Man, this sounds like ChatGPT wrote this quote. I'm just going to, sorry, Mike, he's going to break it down to you. Your PR team really did need to help you out.
A little wordy there, Mike.
Yeah, a little wordy. We know you didn't say this. But anyway, I like Liquid IV. Even if they got bought by Unilever, still up. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We all would like for Unilever to buy something, right? I'm just going to say that I like the taste. Jury's out on whether or not it really improves overall hydration. But that's all you need, like a monitor. Like we need an LCD screen on our wrist that tells us exactly look, we can't be far from that, right? Like,
no, because their claim is that like 1 equals 3 bottles of water, I think, on their packet, or 2 bottles of water. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But how do you measure that?
You wouldn't know.
There's got to be like an aura ring or something that can maybe. I don't know,
it starts lighting
a blood draw.
Yeah, exactly. It's like my teeth get whiter, I'm more hydrated. Like some kind of tell.
We need the science.
Yeah, we need it. But for now, they got a new look. So if you go to the store, you're looking at that Liquid IV and you're like, where is it? Where is it? Well, they got a new brand. So, and according to Mike Keach, it's really bold and extraordinary.
You know what they're trying to do is probably hit the prime market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like your sons.
Yes.
They want to tap into those guys.
Yeah. I'm more of like, instead of a Liquid IV, like an actual IV guy. Like that's, I can buy it, like going and getting one of those, you feel that,
Hard
like
line it right into me, baby.
Exactly. You've had a long night out, go get one of those IV drips. I'm telling you, that shit works because it's going straight into your bloodstream. I don't know if it's getting there through these packs or not. This next article comes to us from Reuters, Reuters.com, the original press release company. Microsoft readies new AI model to compete with Google. OpenAI, the information reports. This comes to us directly from Microsoft. It's training a new in-house AI language model large enough to compete with those from Google and OpenAI. New model internally referred to as MAI-1. Wonderful.
Like,
who's naming these things? ChatGPT sort of okay, made sense, but OpenAI, MAI-1. We have C3POs debuting it.
Cousin.
Okay. Is being overseen by recently hired co-founder and CEO of AI startup Inflection, the report said. The exact purpose of the model has not been determined yet. That's not good. And will depend on how well it performs. This is all just look, here's what's going on right now. All these companies want to release a press release saying, AI, we're doing artificial intelligence. We are ahead of the game. It's like all press. And look, there's a lot of shit happening in AI. I'm not doubting that. It's helping a lot of things. But all these announcements with, we don't know the purpose. We're not sure if we're going to like it. We don't even know if you'll ever get to use it, but we're putting out this press release, baby. We want that stock to go up.
It just seems like it's not like you're talking about something that's not even there yet. Like you have a name, but there's no product.
MAI, it's more like MIA.
Preach.
MAI is MIA. is what I'd call that. Missing in action.
Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. But according to them, it'll be far larger than the previously smaller open source model. I mean, reading through this is like a treasure trove of bullshit is what I call it.
Yeah.
We're taking the bullshit out of business, baby. And this is it. And look, Microsoft's one of the most well-respected companies in the universe. Like, I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying, like, if you got something to release, like, tell us what it does, what it solves. Don't just give us we're working on AI. It's definitely going to be bigger. It's going to be more important. It's going to do more things. Maybe when we figure out what it does. Okay.
But we do know it's using NVIDIA servers. And it's like, all right, is this a marker to the stock traders? You know, is this like a stock market article more than anything?
That's all this is. It's like, all right, is Microsoft innovating? Or are they getting behind all the other companies? OpenAI is so far ahead of them. Anyway, we know you got it going on. But tell us about it when it means something to consumers.
Yeah.
TikTok is suing the U.S. government. You know,
it's another day in America, baby.
I know. It's like, I do wonder how this stuff really works. Like, you decide you want to sue the U.S. government. Like, and I get it. This is a big deal. And this is a $1 billion company. And, you know, a lot of shit's been happening and going down. But this is essentially China suing the U.S. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It's a Chinese-owned company, so let's just call it what it is. If you're Chinese-owned, the Chinese government's involved. Yeah. So the Chinese government is suing the U.S. government in the U.S. Oh, I mean, can the U.S. government go to China and sue them?
Too.
Yeah, would China allow the U.S. government to sue the Chinese? Like, can you even legally do that? Like in China, like, I have a hard time believing that goes far because the government controls all the courts and everything else. So, yeah, but only in the U.S. do we allow foreign governments to sue our government. The democracy extends to all, folks. Just come here and sue our U.S. government. Yeah. There's just something fucked up about that. I'm just going to call it what it is. No matter how I feel about TikTok and, you know, how addictive it is. And it's a good platform, but I don't know. I'm kind of just tired of reading about this. It's like, make a decision. It can stay, it can go. It's easy for me to say, but I hold no allegiance to any one platform. So there's a lot of people that would have to, figure out what they're going to do with their day because they can't go down the TikTok rabbit hole anymore. And then there's probably businesses that would be not in good shape, which just means you need to diversify. But anyway, they're suing the U.S. government, and I don't know. People everywhere are really the addicts are scared.
The TikTok influencers are not liking it, that's for sure.
No, they're not liking it. And so the key learning here, I don't think it's even going to go down. If you ask me, this is going to get worked out. I think the platform will stay on. Varying views on that over time. And look, if your audience is there, you should be there marketing, no matter what's going on behind the scenes. And it does work, and it's free attention. So look, you can run ads, but on TikTok with that algorithm, baby, one video pops off. And so, convert, but you got to convert that intention to intent. It's one thing to be, hey, look at me. Well, you better have something to sell or, have a purpose behind it. That's my only thing with some of this stuff. It's like, hey, got attention. That popped off for 200,000 views, but their bank account's like $30 negative. Okay.
Like you went viral once during the pandemic for a dance. Get over it. Move on.
Yes. But some people are making real money on the platform.
Oh, definitely. I mean, TikTok Shop is huge, and I've thought about that. How many people is that going to affect on e-com? Because I know that's been a strong player right now in the e-com space.
Yeah. And so essentially, I'm gonna read you this, and I'm gonna change TikTok for Chinese government. The Chinese government has argued that the law will stifle free speech and hurt creators and small business owners.
You're not even in America, bro. Why are you talking about the Constitution?
Yeah. Let's go do that in China.
And the Bill of Rights.
Yeah, exactly. So
doesn't China censor their entire internet of speaking of free speech?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Everything is censored in China.
They're like, hey, we don't allow it here, but we're going to sue you to make sure it can keep going on in America.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it make sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you and I are talking about this like in real terms. And when you think about it, how screwed up it is, it's like, okay. It's one thing we can argue whether or not, look, I think TikTok should sell to a U.S. entity. Yeah. You know, and I think it's well within the right of the government to go, okay, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, it's just blasphemy, though, for the Chinese government, you know, through TikTok, let's just call it what it is, to talk about free speech. Like, what? What planet are we on? Yeah. Spotify is ready to compete for video advertising. At its first new fronts, the company revealed over 500,000 video podcasts have been uploaded to the platform so far this year, including yours truly soon. We will be doing that. And that's on Ad Week. So, I mean, I will say this. It is interesting, and I guess you can always flip from one to the other. But it's always interesting to me, like the music, you're listening and converting that to video. Like, I don't know. And the same thing with like YouTube. It's always a little weird with like, I understand YouTube music is huge, but like the podcasting aspect, it's like you're watching, you're listening to it. And I guess you have your choice, but all within the same platform. So I guess you can convert quickly. And I haven't played around with the user interface enough, but the data is real. So a lot of people want to watch the podcast. That's why we have the new set here, Chris, you know? So we got this big baby right here. You got to watch what is happening on the podcast.
So I got this beautiful bamboo plant behind me. People want to see it.
Yes, exactly. And they want to see your beautiful face, you know? I mean, Chris is a good looking guy. You guys, if nothing else, you got to get on there, you know? He's eligible bachelor, everything. I'm
not styling my hair just for you, Ryan. You know,
you're doing it for the gram and for Spotify video, you know, and
YouTube.
Yes. Millennial and Gen Z consumers prioritize influencer reputations over their shared values or authenticity. Among the frequent buyers, posting frequency and follower count far outweighed personal values and authenticity when it came to the traits consumers valued most among the influencers. Influencers sway consumers, but authenticity loses some clout. This from Marketing.Discussion. What do you think about that?
I mean, I tend to disagree with that. I think maybe in the past, I think now people are craving more authenticity.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I can't speak on Gen Z. I'm a millennial. And I could give two shits about someone's follower account. Like, if you're a piece of shit, I don't give a shit how many followers you have. You know what I mean?
I think, this is just my opinion. Focus group of one, very dangerous. But hey, it's called ryanisright.com. That's for a reason. It's my show. So we can say our opinion. That's what this is. I think there's all this talk that these values and all this shit and like, you know, falling on their sword for all the right reasons. And I think it's veiled in a bunch of bullshit. I think that they are very much swayed, just like everyone else has always been, by spokespersons that used to be celebrities that are now influencers. And the herd mentality is still alive and well. And we can couch this and, my personal beliefs and my authenticity. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. You're right on a grand scale. You're right.
Yeah.
Not the world I live in,
Yes.
but I'm reminded every day there's a big majority that does not think like me.
Right.
And I think also being Gen Z, like, dude, when you're younger, you're way more influenced
Yeah.
in anything. I mean, even when I was younger, it's like, oh, that celebrity uses this protein. I'm going to use that. He says it's good.
I'll tell you who's influenced my wife. The Amazon oil slick
orders
out in front of there's a permanent oil slick from the delivery trucks out in the front of the Alford residence. It shows up. I'm like, what's that? Oh, like I've said this before. She just says I've been influenced. That's it. But I think we're all influenced, but I don't,
Yeah.
I get a little, that, when you turn your head, and you kind of, that doubtful look you give when someone says something about, I don't know. And when I hear that, this younger generation is value driven and authentic, really? Really? That's just my opinion from, I think we like to paint with that brush, but it's disappearing ink. If you ask me. So
people are always going to be influenced by what they think is cool. Right?
Yes. Oh, always 100%.
Yeah.
I just think that there's a reason that influencer marketing exists, and there's a reason that it's as old as time, that celebrities and people that have large popularity and fame in whatever are utilized, and they drive a sense of purpose when you relate to them or you like them or you think that your tribe or your people are all following and doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. We are a tribe, follow the tribe, follow the herd type of society. It's the way it is, like a lot of our interests are built that way. Some good, some bad. And so I don't think that's going to change. And I think, we talk about influencer marketing and like it's something new or something different. What's different is these channels, the social media channels have changed where everyday people have used these channels to create fame and awareness of themselves, where back before it took being an actor or a true, athlete or someone that's on television and had mass awareness and mass reach to build the fame and build the credibility to become, a spokesperson for a campaign. And now you have more quasi spokespersons that drive interest and drive purchase behavior. And so I believe firmly in that. I just don't necessarily buy the conjecture of purpose marketing, You buy shit that you like, you buy shit that you need, and you buy shit that your friends have because you want to have it too. That's not changed. What's going on in Miami this week, Chris?
It's been a little quiet now. F1 was last weekend, so it was popping off pretty heavy, and it's been a little quiet. I think that and Cinco de Mayo. So I don't know if there are big events.
Was that a big, it's gotta be, you're right near, a lot of Hispanic community culture. Was Cinco de Mayo like just popping off?
There was definitely some parties going down.
Yeah.
Definitely some vibes.
It's I would probably hurt productivity on the Monday. It was on a Sunday.
Monday was real quiet around.
Did you notice it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I noticed.
Between the F1 and that, I'm sure. Exactly.
Yeah, man. People went hard. And there was a lot of people coming in town for it. So yep. And now they've got was it like Naval Fleet Week or something? So there's all these Navy dudes all over the city. They've got one of the naval ships parked kind of in the port here. So there's all these sailors running around all over town.
Nice.
So that's cool. Yeah.
Well, we're recording with Gary Vee this week. That episode will be out very quick because his new book is coming out that we'll be talking about. So look for that coming up, at least on the 14th. Is that right, Lindsay? 14th, the episode. Yeah, his book next Tuesday. We got an immediate. That's right. We got to record and release with him. So Day Trading Attention, his newest book. We'll be talking about it and be asking him some tough questions like, what the hell's happening out there? What's hot? What's not? What's the real sizzle that we should be paying attention to, and not just, social media in general, but how do we start driving intent? How should companies be thinking about their marketing mix? So we're going to break it down. It's going to be highly valuable. So check that out next Tuesday, the 14th, Gary V. Chris, any final words, my friend?
I'm pumped for that episode with Gary V. I'm interested to hear what his diagnosis is of what's hot out there right now, because he's usually ahead of the game. Yeah,
exactly. So check that out. We appreciate you. You know where to find us, ryanisright.com. Find all the highlight clips from today, full episodes, and check out that episode next week. For Chris Broby Hansen on Instagram, I'm at Ryan Alford on Instagram. We'll see you next time. All right about now.
This has been Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. Visit ryanisright.com for full audio and video versions of the show, or to inquire about sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for listening.